Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is Jenga Njero. Now, today we have the Matchmaker show, and you understand the protocol here. Any other time we have a man on board, the man must be looking for a woman. In the same way, when we have a woman on board, that woman must be looking for a man. And because today we have a man, I will tell you the kind of woman he is looking for. But before then, if you're watching us for the first time, this is the Matchmaker show. We help men and women to get matches. And the moment they get the right ones, they meet their destinies. So you're not lost. If you're new to the show, subscribe, like the video, and don't forget to leave a comment. Also, the contacts of our guest will be on my Facebook page at Jenga Jero. So you can follow Jenga Jero on Facebook, and you will be getting these updates in real time. Now, our guest on today's show is a policeman. You could be asking yourself, why is he single at the age of 45? What kind of a woman is he looking for? And things like that. He says that his ID reads 47, but he's actually 45. And he's looking for a woman because you all know that we ask questions so that we can give answers. And then when we answer these questions, you can be able to decide whether or not you will be interested in the candidate. One, Mr. Maposa is single and searching. He comes from Luo Nyanza, and he is a policeman, an administration police, and AP is it's just a branch of the paramilitary. It's just a branch of the National Police Service. We have so many types of officers, and you understand that within the National Police Service, we have people who hold different offices, all of them working together for the good of the country. Okay, so they work for the city, they work for the country. He works and lives in Nakuru, but he comes from Luo Nyanza. He comes from Siaya, to be specific. And you could be asking yourself, why is he single? And what kind of a person is he looking for? One, Mr. Maposa is single because he was married to a police officer. And all of you know that sometimes life requires some level of thrill. You require somebody who is in a different field. You require somebody who is doing something else so that at least life can be interesting. Otherwise, even in the laws of power, one of the laws is that you're supposed to limit availability. Sometimes there are people who, depending on their temperaments, for people who've done or for people who have studied temperaments in psychology, know that we have people who are sanguines, there are people who are choleric, there are people who are phlegmatic, and there are people who are even choleric, phlegmatic, then we have sanguine. They even added another one called supine. But remember the other one I'll tell you. So depending on the temperament, there are people who can cope if they are doing the same thing. If those people meet every day, if you meet an introvert and an extrovert, maybe these people can rhyme depending on their temperament, but there are people who cannot match whatsoever. And Mr. Maposa and the wife were not a good match. So what happened is that after getting 2 children, they could not hold it together anymore. So, and they were within the same docket. And you see, people in the police service, in the National Police Service, get promotions from time to time, depending on so many factors that are within or that are known within the police unit. So they parted ways. There was no abuse, there was no confrontation, there were just disagreements. And these are the differences I call irreconcilable. And there are people who, once they part ways, can never be back together. And Mr. Maposa, together with the wife, ex-wife now, could not get back together. That is why he's on the show after 7 years, and that was the year 2017. Now, you could be asking yourself, what kind of a woman is he looking for? Most people say he is 47, but he is actually 45. You will see the photos in the thumbnail. So, and after this, I'm going to post his contact on Jenga Jero Facebook page so that as many as of those who are interested can get in touch with him. One, he's looking for a woman who can get children. So if you are between the ages of 40 and 32, you will be a good match for Mr. Maposa. Between the ages of 30 and 40, if you are between the ages of 32, that is 32 and 40, you will be a good match for him. And he's looking forward to get babies because the wife, now ex-wife, got married by a teacher. And sometimes when you have girls for children, and there are these disagreements, and then the nature of your work does not allow you to have children custody, that means you leave the children with whoever can be able to raise them properly. So he was giving child support until, for his two girls, until the wife, now ex-wife, got married. So when the ex-wife got married and they parted ways, he stopped giving child support for his two daughters. Now he accepted the fate that these girls were now belonging to another man, because you cannot, even that man could not accept that he continues to support the family whereas the wife is already married. So that is what happened. And number three, he's looking for somebody who does not have entanglements, attachments, or any relationship whatsoever with the exes, because he does not keep open tabs with his ex. So if you do not have the tabs open with your ex, you could be an ideal candidate. So anywhere between 32 and 40 years, somebody who is willing to get kids because he doesn't have them right now will be one of the best candidates who will be featured prominently in as much as the love triangle is concerned. So we are wishing him well, and we hope that he can get a match. So he works and lives in Nakuru County. Nakuru is a city now, so anything you can find in Nairobi, you can find in Nakuru, including the State House. Okay, so we are wishing him well, and we hope that he can get a good match. Until next time, this is Jenga Njero. God bless you. Bye bye. Subscribe.